Gala writes, my MVVs, welcome.
Ebony is rumored, to have been in tears as Ooni of Ife picked Dr. Elizabeth for Arise Gala night representation over her. Now, the corridors of Ile-Ife Palace were heavy with tension as the news spread like wildfire. Dr. Elizabeth had been chosen by the Ooni of Ife to represent him at the prestigious Arise Gala Night 2025. The decision was unexpected and sent shockwave through the palace, especially among the Ooni's other queen. The Arise Gala Night is one of the most highly anticipated elite gathering in Africa, bringing together global leaders, business moguls, and top dignitaries to discuss economic development, culture, and philanthropy. This year's edition, held in Lagos, had a special segment dedicated to fostering African unity and development with, keynotes from influential personalities, including former Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan, African Union representative, and leading global investors. As one of the most revered traditional rulers in Africa, the Ooni of Ife was expected to have a strong presence, and his chosen representative would hold significant weight. A last-minute change that shocked the palace. Initially, Ebony was scheduled to represent the Ooni of Ife in the high-level discussion at the gala night, a role she had been preparing for meticulously. However, just days before the event, Ooni made a dramatic change, announcing that Dr. Elizabeth would take his place instead. The decision came amid growing controversy surrounding Ebony, who had been embroiled in multiple public scandals that had recently painted the royal household in a negative light. To avoid further controversies and ensure a smooth diplomatic representation, the Ooni opted for Dr. Elizabeth, an intelligent, composed, and articulate woman with a clean slate. The news did not sit well with Ebony, who had been expecting to be part of the event as well. When she learned that Dr. Elizabeth was given the honor, instead, she broke down in tears, feeling sidelined and humiliated. Her pain was made worse by the fact that Dr. Elizabeth had been granted a golden opportunity to meet with influential figures like President Goodluck Jonathan and other dignitaries in attendance. While Ebony wept over her disappointment, she was very, very furious. Having prepared extensively for the event, she could not hide her frustration at being replaced at the last minute. She had already been, briefed about the meeting with President Goodluck Jonathan and was looking forward to engaging in high-level discussion on behalf of the Ooni of Ife. When she learned that Dr. Elizabeth was going instead, Ebony reportedly confronted some of the palace officials, demanding an explanation for the sudden change. Now, Ebony, on the other hand, could not contain her emotion and lashed out at Dr. Elizabeth in a fit of rage. She reportedly called her names, accusing her of manipulating the Ooni to secure the trip. The altercation escalated quickly, with Ebony alleging shouting loud enough for palace guard to intervene. The scene was described as chaotic, with some aides struggling to calm the situation before it spiraled out of control. The Ooni of Ife, known for his calm yet authoritative leadership, was deeply displeased by Ebony's behavior. In a rare show of discipline, he issued a stern warning to her, making it clear that such behavior would not be tolerated in the palace. He reminded her that his decision were final and made in the best interest of the palace and the Yoruba kingdom. It was a moment of reckoning for Ebony, who realized that she had crossed a line and could have, lasting consequences for her standing in the palace. Meanwhile, at the Arise Gala night, Dr. Elizabeth represented the Ooni with grace and poise, dressed in an elegant yet traditional outfit that showcased the rich Yoruba culture. She engaged in insightful discussions with key stakeholders. Her meeting with President Goodluck Jonathan was reportedly fruitful, focusing on economic development and the role of traditional institutions in fostering unity in Nigeria. The presence of the Ooni representative at such a high-profile event further cemented his influence in national and international discussions on African development. Despite Dr. Elizabeth's successful representation, the fallout from the decision lingered in the palace. Ebony's emotional breakdown and Ebony's visceral displeasure left lingering tension among the Ooni's wife. Many wondered if this incident would lead to further diversion or if the queens would eventually come to terms with Ooni of Ife's decision. As the dust settled, one thing remains clear. Being a queen in the palace of the Ooni of Ife is not just about royalty, it is also about diplomacy, patience, and ability to navigate complex palace politics. Oh my, it is not a small something, Dela writes. You know that it's been Dr. Elizabeth that was into schedule. She was the one handling schedule in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. But when she got pregnant and left, the schedule was given to, Olori Gospel. But when Dr. Elizabeth came back, Olori Gospel had to hand over that area again of duty to Dr. Elizabeth. Dr. Elizabeth was the one who scheduled Ebony for that event. And then, getting to the point of the event, as in the day the event was going to hold, Ooni of Ife decided that Ebony should not go, Dr. Lizzie should go. Now, Ebony in her own thinking is that Dr. Lizzie manipulated the list. Dr. Lizzie did this on purpose and all of that. But meanwhile, it was the Ooni's decision that Dr. Lizzie went for that event. They say Ebony cried and cried and cried. And you know that a day to that event, she had granted an interview where she called Ooni of Ife all the sweet names in the world, where she said Ooni of Ife is her safe place, Ooni of Ife is everything to her, Ooni of Ife is this, Ooni of Ife is that. Now, this whole thing happened because she had made a promise that she'll never go after Olori Naomi and everything will be okay. She'll live in peace with Olori Naomi and all of that. And Ooni of Ife hugged her and Ooni of Ife said, okay. And everybody was hoping that that was, of course, for real. But, as time went on, they realized that it's not when the initiation issue happened in the palace again. And then all of these problems, however, has been disturbing the Ooni of Ife so much. And they said the Ooni of Ife decided that, look, he is going to slow down with Ebony and, putting her at the front line of duties. Like he is actually going to slow down. And that was why he made the decision that Ebony should, be relegated when it comes to this Arise Gala night that Dr. Elizabeth, handsomely represented the Odua people and the Ooni of Ife. Dr. Elizabeth, though very quiet, is a very, very intelligent and well-spoken woman. You hardly hear her talk. I doubt if anyone has ever even heard her voice before, but she is so intelligent, so brilliant. And one thing remains is that Dr. Elizabeth is so highly respected in the palace because of her poise, her charisma, the way she has carried herself. She represented the Ooni of Ife with style and dignity and everything. And Ebony is not finding it funny with Dr. Elizabeth. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.